Episode 2, Rise Times with Variable Respiratory Rates. Welcome to MedEd Bites, micro, just-in-time education. To provide accurate breath-to-breath assessment of EtCO2, capnography monitoring requires clearly differentiated breath samples. Samples that pool multiple exhaled breaths may not represent the EtCO2 level of each distinct breath. The ability to detect the transition between breaths can be quantified by an indicator called rise time, which is the time required for the measured EtCO2 to increase from 10% to 90% of the final value for a given breath. Capnography monitors perform best with shorter rise times. The Microstream monitor used in the bench study requires a rise time of less than 190 milliseconds for a 2-meter sampling line, per the monitor's instructions for use. Poor sampling line design features, such as greater airflow resistance in the tube, filter-related resistance, and greater volume of dead space, can lead to increased rise times. To assess the rise times associated with different sampling lines, the study employed a calibrated, solenoid-based breathing simulator capable of delivering controlled CO2 concentrations at various respiratory rates. The simulator delivered a predicted EtCO2 value of 36 millimeters mercury at respiratory rates ranging from 10 to 80 breaths per minute at 10-step increments. Rise times and EtCO2 accuracy were assessed at each breathing rate. Rise times above the specifications for the Microstream capnography monitor were categorized as having high potential for erroneous readings. Accuracy was defined as the difference between EtCO2 from the sampling line compared to expected EtCO2 of 36 millimeters mercury. EtCO2 errors of greater than or equal to 2 millimeters mercury were considered outside the specifications of the Microstream capnography monitor. Of the 9 sampling lines evaluated, only the Microstream advanced filter line had a mean rise time 157 milliseconds, which met the less than 190 millisecond specification. The second best performing sampling line, Salter Labs AirLife, had a mean rise time of 250 milliseconds. The worst performing sampling line, Flexicare Dual Cannula, had a mean rise time of 690 milliseconds, more than 3.5 times greater than the required specification for the monitor tested. Likewise, only the Microstream advanced filter line demonstrated an EtCO2 error of less than 2 millimeters mercury in all conditions. Finally, Microstream Advance was the only filter line within specification at respiratory rates as high as 80 breaths per minute, when capnography accuracy matters most. Medtronic, engineering the extraordinary.